Hey everybody, welcome to the MindMesh podcast. My name's Chayton.
And I'm Fish.
And we got some first off, this is a podcast all about those shower thoughts, those weird internet rabbit holes, those things that just don't make sense once you revisit them, or once you rethink of them really, or if you're trying to explain them. Basically,
those tabs that you leave open at night and then you come back and you're like, what the fuck was I looking at?
Bro, no. I know exactly what those tabs are open for because I'm gonna use them later.
I'm not talking about your hentai sites.
No, I'm not talking about that either. Whoa! Don't throw me under the bus like that. I'm talking about all the comics I read on the side.
Sips drink casually.
I'm like that Kermit meme where he's drinking the tea. It's like, no, my problem. No, but we were talking a little bit before the podcast, and oh gosh, what was the first topic we were going to talk about?
Well,
oh yeah, no, we talked recently about nostalgia and like what we think is going to be nostalgic. It was about 2 episodes ago, I think, or maybe it was 3. But
we also just came across the idea of like Star Wars and
no, I was getting to that. I was explaining how we reached to this discussion and why we thought it would be an interesting topic to discuss, because it's basically the opposite of the nostalgia factor. It's instead of asking the question of what do we think is going to be nostalgic once we're older and what like the older generation now thinks is nostalgic.
Yeah.
And then this concept is, what if the things that are currently popular in our time or are nostalgic for this current generation, what if they never became popular?
Yeah.
I.e. being like Star Wars or even the Marvel universe or any popular video games. Like what if Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption never became the massive like
series
hits?
That it did.
Yeah, like what if those massive hits, like even Minecraft, like what if those never became
like that,
like a staple
Minecraft
of the industry?
Kind of just like went under as one of those like weird indie games. Yeah. Where like, I mean, like Star Wars itself was a fluke.
Yeah, no, you could say this about anything. You could say this about Creepypasta. You could say this about Slenderman or SCP. Any indie game that became hugely successful on YouTube or in the digital space. I mean, that's how most video games became popular, at least in our generation.
Yeah.
Was through gameplay videos on YouTube.
Especially indie games.
Yeah, no, especially indie games. So it's like, yeah, Star Wars wasn't supposed to be a massive hit or anything. Everyone expected it to fail, and then
I mean, like the way, like I think his wife completely like recut the film after he cut it because it was just so bad.
Yeah, no, exactly. So no one was expecting it to do anything or go anywhere, and then it became one of the most popular
like franchises to ever exist.
Yeah, no. So it's a perplexing topic because my thing is that I can imagine like if these things weren't popular.
See, you brought up that topic, and the first thing I thought about, of course, was Star Wars, because that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But what came to my mind was like, oh, then Star Trek would be popular. But wait, that doesn't count.
Yeah, but Star Trek was popular. Like for me, it's super simple to think of like, oh, well, like say if Indiana Jones wasn't popular, but like later on in your grandpa's garage, you like found the VHS tapes of it, and it's like, Indiana Jones, this is weird.
Yeah, or just like you said, we're finding like Star Wars or anything like that.
Anything that like
we're finding like an old copy of like Pokemon.
Yeah,
Pokemon Yellow
never was popular. It was a failed franchise type deal.
Just had that one. It just had red, blue, and yellow, and that was the only games.
It's easy for me to think of like, what if popular things like never were popular? Where my problem lies and where I find issue is thinking of what could have been popular.
It's weird to think. I mean, I would think that like things that are popular would be more popular. Again, like Star Wars and Star Trek, I think people would have gravitated towards Star Trek more, since there wasn't Star Wars to lean so heavy on.
Yeah, I don't know, because that goes into the aspect of like, there was that fandom. It was literally like Star Wars versus Star Trek at the time.
And people liked them for different things, so I don't know how accurate that would actually be, but I'm just guessing on like two different kind of like space dramas.
I'm thinking of just straight up opposite day. Like, it's making me think of like what was so despised at the time that randomly just would have skyrocketed and been popular back in the day if these things that did become popular weren't. So
it's just like a prehistoric drama. Like a dinosaur drama.
All of a sudden, like, it's like what was that weird Whoopi Goldberg T-Rex movie that happened? It was like a detective dinosaur or something like that. Tyronius Rexers, some nonsense.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You haven't seen any of the images for the? Yeah, no. Like what if the Flintstones? What if the fucking Flintstones?
Like a serious drama, but like set in like the Flintstones universe.
Yeah. What if like the dark and gritty stuff happened?
Like dark and gritty, like primal caveman.
Yeah. Detective Dinosaur. I don't know the movie for it. I just know that Whoopi Goldberg was in it. Theodore Rex. I knew it. I knew it was a thing. Theodore Rex trailer. Not videos. I just want images because I just need to show you just the. Here we go. This is exactly all you need to know about this film.
Oh, that looks like it was from the Super Mario movie.
Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does look like Bowser. It does. Kind of weird. This was uploaded in 2019. I don't know why they would upload this in 2019. But yeah, no, that's kind of my problem with trying to, well, just this topic in general. Like I can think about all the popular things that just wouldn't be popular, but my problem is thinking of like what was so dismissed that would become popular. And well, actually, this raises the question of like,
I would like to think that in the early 2000s or the late 90s that Shazam got really popular.
Well, no, I was about to say. Now that raises the interest question about what
Shazam, Kazam.
What about things that became popular after they were released and they weren't popular, like cult classics?
Talking about like Troll 2.
Yeah, I'm talking about Troll 2. I'm talking about Spawn. I'm talking about the good films that like literally people watch because they're so bad they're good now. Like it makes me wonder. Oh yeah, I wonder if the roles would be reversed.
If like
Star Wars became a cult classic, but fucking Trolls 2 became a mainstay.
Yeah, that's true. Or like, I'm thinking of like big like cinema hits like during the time, like The Shining.
Yeah.
Or 2001: A Space Odyssey, or like Apocalypse Now or The Godfather. They just became cult classics.
Well, you can also think of this in the way of like, what's the most popular movies nowadays? It's like action adventure games. Well, flip it on, not games, sorry, action adventure movies. Flip it on its head. It would make like fucking
like indie art films. Or
yeah,
like
indie art films are the big blockbusters of the time, and then all the fucking Marvel films are like being obscure. Made on $100,000, and they don't have the budget, so they have to do everything practical. Like it would literally be flipped on its head. That's a weird.
that's a weird thing to think about.
Yeah, God, that would change. That would like literally change the industry.
Oh yeah,
but it'd be completely different for video games. I don't know if I could pinpoint a specific genre that could be like swapped like that, because you have love for both sides of the spectrum.
And also like genres really, I think in the I think in the past 10 to 20 years was probably probably 30 now, thinking of like the time span of like everything now that it's 2020. And the past 30 years is where we've got our main like diverse range of genres, because at first it was just like we had all the same type of games because of like the technical limits.
Yeah,
like there were a bunch of 2D platformers because, well, that's kind of the only thing you could make at the time.
Yeah, well, no, I think genres specifically fit towards movies better. When I think of video games, I'm more thinking of the range from like AAA to indie.
Yeah,
so I'm less thinking about the genre of the game, because like as you said, there's such a vast variety of them. For me, it's like, what if Rockstar,
or what if Valve was like is big and like I know it's big.
What
but
if
like
Valve decided not to make Steam and continue to make video games?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like in that world where like all their games weren't like cult classics, like the movies we're talking about.
Yeah, and
they kept pumping out like Left 4 Dead fucking 16 and like Portal.
It'd be
8.
like Madden. You get a new Half-Life every fucking year, and it looked the exact same. No, they're still using.
People would get sick of it because it's coming out so much.
Yeah, they're using the exact. You could kind of assume that.
And then like Call of Duty is like this hidden gem that.
Yeah, no one plays.
Yeah,
I was about to say, if you comparing it to something that someone gets sick because it keeps coming out, you could almost connect that with Assassin's Creed.
I was literally thinking that too.
Yeah, no, but I it's kind of weird to me because I can't think of something that's super popular in the video game space because there's so much love for every single step for certain individuals.
Yeah.
So I can't think of like a certain genre of video game or a certain like developer or just like I can't like think of a certain instance where one video game could have been more popular than the rest because they're like all video games are technically popular. Yes, some make more money than others, but they all have their place. Which I mean, I guess you could say about movies that bomb and stuff like that. There's still like people that like those movies when they came out.
Yeah.
But with video games, like, yes, they can be deemed a disaster, but it's almost like a different mentality when it comes to video games.
I feel like people have a lot more fun going and playing a bad video game for a little bit. If they know that that's what they're getting into. Like, kind of like comparing it to like watching a bad movie for fun versus playing a bad video game for fun.
Yeah, no, watching a bad movie is just a bore, but playing a bad video game, you can actually still find entertainment with how like broken the game in or as bad as the game is because you're controlling it all.
Yeah, exactly. You just like there are certain movies that they are so bad it's good, but sometimes or a lot of the times the bad movies are just like this mediocre bad where it's it's just a slog to get through. It's not even like bad
it's
as
not
good.
no.
It's not even funny.
I feel like it's weird to think about. I find that with I don't even like to say this. Like I find a lot of the movies that people like deem as like classics, like the ones that like these are the films that you have to watch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I find a lot of those like to drag.
See, certain ones I understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like certain ones I'm fine with, but there's like
no, I mean like The Godfather. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, no.
But I don't think it's like up to the standards that people put it to.
Yeah, well, that's why I completely avoided The Godfather at all costs until I literally just couldn't stay. I still haven't seen the full movie. I kind of almost pride myself on that fact, just for the sole fact that of course we go to film school. But the only thing I've ever seen from The Godfather has literally been like scenes and snippets from the film. And the reason that I continue to push towards not watching it is the same reason I continue to push towards not seeing like Citizen Kane or any of those quintessential movies that you have to see to be a filmmaker. Because for me, if I put myself to that standard, I feel like I'm limiting myself in a sense. Like everyone's like, oh, this is like the best movie of all time. When I mean, it's a spectrum. Like people can enjoy a movie for certain reasons that other people cannot.
No, I get you. But
so for me, it's the same reason I don't like to pick favorites and stuff like that is because like if I pick a favorite, I feel like everything that I choose based around that topic will always be that. Where it's like, oh, I say the Batman Arkham series is my best video game. Well, then for me, it's like it almost puts that mentality of like, oh,
Arkham type games.
Yeah, I'm limited to only playing those games because I know that I like them, and I'm just gonna be disappointed if I play something that's not that.
No, I get you.
So it's like it's my same mentality for movies. Like I don't want to watch these quintessential films because for me, it almost puts a mentality in the back of my mind. It's like if I want to make something that's successful, that is known as one of those classic Hollywood films later on down the line, that I have to make something similar.
No, I get you.
It's just this kind of like weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's the main reason I hate picking favorites because I feel like everything has a place.
Yeah,
everything has a place when you're talking about a certain topic, which I mean comes back into the whole opinion space and stuff like that because it's like everyone has their own opinion, everyone has their own things that they enjoy doing more than others. It's just I like to keep my mind a little bit more broad. I don't like to like lock myself down to a certain like, oh, I only watch Jackie Chan action movies. Or
no, I mean, like again, being a filmmaker and like going to film school and stuff like that.
You almost get forced into that perspective, though. Like people, you haven't seen Casablanca? What's wrong with you?
There are your film snobs there at film school, but also a good thing about film school because, I mean, like when I first got here, I was the guy who was obsessed with Marvel movies, which I mean, that's fine if you are, of course. Everyone likes what they like.
Yeah, but then he learned how films are made, and he said, you know what? Marvel movies are complete garbo.
No, I just learned
Send them down the toilet, flush them, clog it up, and then stuff it down with a plunger. What's wrong? Marvel movies.
Just let me fucking finish my fucking
Oh, you're
point.
not enjoying this bit like you do to me all the time? What's up? How are we going?
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying. I'm unplugging the mic and I'm leaving.
And there's just a bunch of feedback.
But no, Marvel movies are like, they're fine, but it just opened my eyes up to like, they're not the best thing out there.
Oh yeah, no. And I think you have to come in with that mentality when you're going, especially if you're going into an art field. It's like, you could never deem something the best.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, you
have to look at like the good things about it, but like you have to realize that it's not perfect.
Yeah, no. It was just like what was it? When Infinity War came out and like Deadpool 2 had released like a month before it. Like our entire friend group liked Deadpool 2 more than Infinity War. And like I was like the one weird outlier where I was like, how did you guys like that? Like, how did you guys prefer Deadpool 2 over Infinity War?
I think at the time, my biggest thing was, and I see why I completely
Deadpool
understand.
2 was just the Deadpool 2 should have been what Deadpool 1 was.
Like, I understand why people like hate or think this is fine, and like my perspective has changed since then. But my reasoning at the time was that I didn't think that I didn't like the concept of a movie that you had zero context to. You had to see like 15 films before it to understand. Like someone like you couldn't take a friend who like wasn't like super into Marvel to a movie and they couldn't really understand into Infinity War and they couldn't really grasp what was going on.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can say that, but it also like you have to take into account the fact that like that's literally the perfect storm. The whole Marvel Cinematic Universe was literally the perfect storm that just succeeded and did that. Like, you think about any movie that's had a sequel or a trilogy or anything like that, if that movie was successful enough, you have to think that, say, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
If the third one was actually successful instead of a flop, I would honestly expect us to be seeing Spider-Man 12 this year. Like, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you can say like, oh, I don't like that.
But you could see my argument there would be that you could still see Spider-Man 2 without seeing 1 or 3.
And you could see Iron Man 2 without seeing 1 or 3. We're talking about this 15th one down the line, not the second one.
Okay. I'm seeing what you're saying.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying. It's one of those things where like the reason you think that is because the Marvel Cinematic Universe is it's the first one that's done that.
No, I get what you're saying.
So it's like, if you apply that to the same, like, oh, well, what if Men in Black? Or what if Jurassic Park? Or what if the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans? Like, what if any movie that got a sequel was so popular that they made 15 more? Like, yeah, you can't watch the 15th one without seeing the first one because, like, these characters are so developed that it's not going to make any sense. Yeah,
I guess it would be like going to see the most recent Fast and Furious movie without having seen any of them.
Exactly. You're like, it's just going to be a spectacle to watch. For me, it's like, yeah, you can go see it, but you're going to gain more if you do have that past knowledge. Like, I feel like if you went to go see Infinity War without having the rest, yeah, you're not going to have the same feeling or the same depth or whatever.
But it's still going to be like like another popcorn movie to watch.
It's going to be a popcorn blockbuster. So it's like, it just falls in like what camp you fall in.
Okay, you've persuaded me a bit.
Yeah, like that was my whole reason.
And I mean, another reason I kind of my mind was changed on that was El Camino when that came out, the Breaking Bad movie.
Oh yeah.
Because I watched that and I loved that. Oh, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, no, I watched it. I've seen some of Breaking Bad. I have not watched the entire thing. I think I stopped on season 3 because I honestly kind of got bored of the series. But yeah, no, I watched El Camino. I had absolutely zero clue what was going on, but I still loved it.
See that? But yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, that's another movie where you can't really go in with any or without context and really understand what was going on.
Jesse Pinkman was, but every other character in that entire show, I was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's just like, it's the mentality you have going into it.
No, I get I totally get what you're saying. I watched that and I really liked it, and it made me rethink like that whole like mindset I had back then, and I was like, okay, I can see where why people really like those and like how because it is. I kept up with I kept up with Marvel, but kind of got out of it towards the end. But with Breaking Bad, I just still love that show so much. So seeing that, I guess it was the same, almost the same amount of gratification I would have had with Infinity War if I was still into Marvel so much.
Yeah, no, for sure, no, exactly.
So I was like, I completely understand where they were coming from.
Yeah, no, that was why I was so like befuddled when like our entire friend group was like, oh yeah, I like Deadpool 2 more than Infinity War. I'm like, Deadpool 2, it was literally, they used some of the same jokes. They literally used some of the same lines. And I was like,
and it's a joke that they're doing that.
Yeah, no, and I was just like, it didn't add anything or anything like that. And it was just like a weird experience for me.
But you know what? I'm excited for Free Guy.
God, yeah, I'm excited for Free Guy. That's going to be a weird...
I don't think, looking at the trailer, I don't think the movie will be great.
Oh, it's not going to be good. But it's going to be fun.
I think the concept is so funny and is really cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just love the fact that Ryan Reynolds is just buying up a bunch of companies. He bought
the gin.
He's just making whatever movies he fucking wants now because he's got so much money. He bought the gin company, making him more money. He bought a cell phone carrier.
I forgot about that.
He actually during the Super Bowl, he was like, people are spending millions of dollars on 30-second Super Bowl commercials. I paid $15 for an ad spot in the New York Times. So if you sign, and he was like, no, it was something like comparing the price of the Super Bowl ads to how many plans on his cell phone service that would cover. He was like, instead of spending that money on a Super Bowl ad, why not just give 30,000 people free cell service for 3 months? And he's like, so if you sign up for our carrier during the Super Bowl from start to finish, we'll give you your first 3 months for just free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he was like, and I just paid $15 for this ad. He's like, I put it in the fucking New York Times. Fuck it. Let's go for it. But with that being said, I feel like we jumped all over in that one.
Oh, yeah. We kind of
But it's perfectly fine.
Around.
Perfectly fine. Let's go to an ad.
Look, Fish, I need to know something. I need to know. Have you heard?
Yeah.
You have?
Are
you sure?
Possibly. You can tell me, though.
Have you heard of Anchor?
Like the thing that's on, like, boats?
No. Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. I'll let you explain. You said you knew about it.
Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Okay.
It's free.
It's free?
Yeah, there's
like absolutely free. No charge.
No charge.
Uh-huh.
There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer.
Wait, phone? You can just pull out your phone
and edit your podcast right from it. And
that's
record
wild.
It.
That's absolutely wild. What else does it do?
Well, you can distribute your podcast, or Anchor will distribute your podcast for you.
Where?
So it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else. Many more.
Wait, so like Google Podcasts and all of those, you can hear it using Anchor? Oh my, really? What else do they do?
You make money from your own podcast with no minimum listenership.
No minimum listenership? Are you kidding me?
Man.
You can just make money from making a podcast?
Yeah,
I didn't know you could do that.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
Wait, so you're telling me that if our listeners want to make a podcast, all they have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get started and make their own podcast?
Yes, that's all they have to do is download
all they have to do?
The free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
That's absolutely wild. What a great steal.
What a great steal.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that little ad break. It's the first one. It's the same one. It's the one you've always heard.
What do you mean? We record the same one every time. We just we mimic it perfectly.
Yeah, sure. I definitely ask you to re-record that ad almost after every recording session. You're like, no, the old one sounds good. That's definitely
I think you got the situation reversed, my friend.
No, that's not true. I'm the guy to edit all these and knows what audio should sound like, and it sounds completely different. We got new mics since then.
So I have a question for you.
What? What do you want to know? How about you shut up and nut up? Yeah, what up?
I want to know what your Avengers-esque team would be.
This kind of fits in since the last segment we kept talking about superheroes. It's kind of weird how this all worked out.
Kind of blends together, doesn't it? your Avengers-esque team of cartoon characters, and I'll give you 6.
Okay, so I have 6 to work with.
That's your team.
And before we were talking about this, you said, is it American cartoons?
North American. So
American.
So you can use Canadian cartoons as well.
Oh, Canadian cartoons. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, first one on the docket, I'd have to say Ben 10.
Yep.
I feel like that one's just but okay, can I be really specific with it?
You can.
Okay. Not original Ben 10, not Ben 10,000 Ben 10, but like towards
Ultimate Alien.
towards the end of like Alien Force Ultimate Alien before they rebooted into Omniverse and made him a child again. I think towards the end of Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, he was that perfect like young adult phase where he was like mature enough to actually make grown-up decisions. But then they like fucked it all up in all the other incarnations.
Okay.
So I'm specifically saying towards the end of Alien Storm Ultimate Alien when he was mature enough to make superhero-esque decisions.
When I've thought about this team before,
yeah,
he's on my team.
I'll give one part of mine. You give your
yeah.
one
Because
part.
see, what I want to do is at the end of it, I want to pit them again. I want to pit our teams against each other.
Bro,
and
we
see
should
who
have
would
done
win.
this as one segment because I feel like the first segment should have been us picking our team so that the second segment could be what would happen in a fight. Because I feel like this is going to turn into a 2-parter.
Look, this can either turn into a 2-parter or we can make this a longer one. But listen. Let's do it. Like I said, we'll do it dodgeball style because when I've thought about this, Ben 10 was on my team. But I don't want us to have like 5 of this.
Similar. Yeah, the same stuff.
So we'll do it dodgeball style. You got Ben 10, so I can't use Ben 10.
Well, you can use young Ben 10.
This is true. But my first pick would probably be Danny Phantom.
Okay. Not where I was expecting you to go, but I can understand why. I was honestly kind of expecting you to go with Aang.
Oh yeah, he does count as that.
Yeah, he is technically Western.
Yeah.
But I won't do that. Or will I? I'm literally looking at a list. You know what? I have a good one. I pick Godzilla from Godzilla the series from 1998.
How specific?
It's a direct sequel to the 1998 Godzilla movie. So it's the Mama Godzilla with all her babies. That's it's a Western cartoon. I swear. So I got mature Ben 10 and I got Mama Godzilla.
Okay.
Pick your poison.
Well, since you reminded me of Aang, I will go with Aang.
Okay. I was like, if I'm going to have a fucking powerhouse that is Ben 10, I figure I should give you Aang. I love how I search North American cartoons and like the first thing SpongeBob SquarePants. I kind of like that. Let's see. Oh, goodness. So I need a leader. I need someone that can, you know what? I'm going to go with Batman from the animated series.
Okay. I need to do the same, so I'm going to go with Leonardo.
I was thinking about Ninja Turtles, and I was like, really, when I think of... Because I was thinking about, like, who would be better for me? Would it be Batman or Leonardo? I was literally just thinking that. And I was like, Batman's
wait. No, wait. I want to... Really quick.
Yeah, what's up?
And this might take away Leo, but to get away from... like superhero battles, like adding Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
Let's nix superheroes.
Okay.
And that can take away Leo for that as
well.
well.
That kind of takes away Ben 10 because he was like it presumes what you determine as a superhero.
Well, I mean, for me, originates as a cartoon, is what I mean, as like an American Canadian cartoon.
Batman, and
well, no, I mean, like Batman started as a comic series.
I mean, so the Ninja Turtles, but they're like Ninja Turtles. I wouldn't deem as a superhero.
But they also had the comics as well.
Yeah, but there's literally a comic about Scooby Doo. So you trying to say I can't use fucking Shaggy on my team?
You can use Shaggy.
Okay, then that voids your fucking argument about comic books.
I just don't want to fucking say I put fucking Superman on my team.
No, I get it, but Batman's not a superhero. Did you not hear Robert Pattinson? Fine.
Okay.
I'll let you keep. No, fuck it. I get Leonardo because you nixed my Batman. You go.
Fine.
So I got Godzilla, Leonardo, and Ben 10.
Who do I have? Danny Phantom, Aang.
Aang.
Oh, I just thought of somebody. Who is it?
I believe in you.
Give me a second.
I have some good ones. I got some good ones coming up.
I thought this would halfway be a meme, but no, we're going straight for like efficient power. God damn it.
You better be quick because I got one in the roster. Okay, so if they're like a tandem, can I pick them as a tandem? Like if they don't work separately? Like if they're
what's the case? What's the case for it?
They're known together.
Who is it?
No, you pick first. Oh, okay. then I'll make my case.
Oh my god, I'm trying to find something. I'm so sorry. I'm taking forever.
Bro, I believe in you. You got this. I think you can handle this. Honestly.
Okay, I'm gonna pick someone that I already have thought of before.
Yeah, I was about to say you said that you had a team going into this, but I feel like I've ruined your whole plan.
You really have. Oh my god. So Danny Phantom.
Aang.
Wait, Aang's a leader. That's my leader, is Aang.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting. Okay, yeah.
He's the Avatar.
Yeah.
XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Okay, you're going with the technical aspect. I need a tech as well, but I need a tech pairing. I need only people that work together and can really use their skills.
Is it the Test sisters from Johnny Test?
No, it's not the Test sisters. It's Phineas and Ferb. If anyone can create something out of their imaginations, it's those two. But I feel like they can't be separated because Phineas is the word. It's got a Penn and Teller vibe. Phineas is the words, while Ferb is the builder.
Whatever.
Phineas is the wise one that rarely speaks, whereas Ferb is the maker. He's the guy that puts it all together, and I feel like they're a duo that can't be separated because they're like the left and right sides of the brain.
What script are you reading that off of?
What do you mean? Okay, do you accept my case? Can I accept Phineas and Ferb as one unit?
No, I understand.
I mean, if you want to take away, I'll count that as
No, it's
five.
Okay. It's okay.
I have Ben 10, Godzilla, Leonardo, Phineas, and Ferb. Okay, I got 2 more slots I gotta fill. You best believe I'm coming after you. What?
Sonic from Sonic
I knew
X.
that was gonna actually come up. I was. You know what? Screw it. You're gonna pull that card. I'm gonna pull that card. I'm gonna bring in my own team.
Mario.
I'm bringing Ash Ketchum to the ring with his original.
Oh wait, no, that's Japanese though. No. If Sonic's an anime, then mine doesn't count either. Because then we could fucking throw Naruto and fucking.
Let's see. I'm trying to know.
Because I'm pretty sure Pokemon's Japanese, and then
no, it is. I'm trying to think. It's American Italian, but that's the original Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know about Sonic X.
Oh, okay. Wait, give me 1 second.
Let's see. Sonic X was the Japanese anime. Sonic X is in fact Japanese.
Okay, I cannot use that.
All right, I axed my Ash. Let's continue on. So you got to replace your Sonic with something.
I know who it is. Okay, Omi from Shaolin Showdown.
What? Let me see who that fucking is. Oh my! Why do I remember that?
Do you not remember Shaolin Showdown?
No. Now let me. Oh God, my phone's almost dead. I'm trying to think of stuff. List of. Okay, now's the point where I have to scramble to find something because you got whatever the fuck bald man over there is. Top 100 favorite American animated. Why IMDb? Why won't you load? No.
So who do I have? I have.
You got a pretty decent list growing over there. I'm kind of upset in all honesty.
I gotta write this down.
You gotta write it down? Okay. None of my links are loading. It's like the internet went out. List of American animated. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. I know I'm just saying yeah, but I found a list. I found a list and I'm ready to use it.
Okay, who are you going with?
Let's see, I got Phineas and Ferb, Leonardo, Godzilla, Ben 10. I'm gonna go with
So we both have 4 right now, right? You're about to pick your 5th?
Yeah. Okay. That list actually did not help me because I don't feel like it actually listed anything off. What should I be looking up? Should it be Western cartoons?
I just looked American cartoons.
Because that's what I looked up too. And I couldn't find anything interesting because IMDb is not allowing me to pick anything. Literally, good Western cartoons. Still can't look at it. American animated westerns? No, I don't want westerns. I just want cartoons, damn it. I'm trying to think of what I grew up with, but I literally don't know if they were American or Japanese. That's literally where I'm at right now. I've like exceeded, or I feel like I'm completely missing something that I shouldn't be.
You better hurry, bro. I got one in the chamber.
You got one in the fucking chamber?
Yes.
God. Western animation. Okay, let's see. What's in this list? Okay. I'm gonna pick
I'm really scared that you're gonna pick what I'm gonna pick.
I need another powerhouse in all honesty. I feel like I got a decent roster. I feel like Godzilla's gonna be the hardest one to control. It's just gonna go off on a rampage. So I need someone that can like compete with him to like squander him and like keep him in control. So I'm gonna pick the Iron Giant.
We can pick from animated movies too.
What do you mean animated movies?
Okay, no.
Oh wait, that's not a cartoon, is it? Well, I mean, it is a cartoon.
It's animated, so I mean, like if you want to count movies, I mean, that opens up a whole nother realm for me.
I can change my answer because I do have a second answer.
Okay, if you want to do that, you can.
All right, I nixed my Iron Giant. I'm still not gonna have any control over my Godzilla, but I'll be damned if I don't have Donald Duck.
From Kingdom Hearts? Or?
No, from DuckTales. The new version where he's like an actual adventurer.
I feel like you're gonna get mad at me for this one.
Yeah, what's up?
Pick Generator X.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see Generator Rex. I like that answer. So I'm at 5. Oh goodness.
Last one.
I
feel like I don't have a big powerhouse to go up against your Godzilla yet.
I'm so sorry. I feel that was like a cheap shot. That was really just a cheap shot. That's my annihilator right there. It's like the thing. It's like just send it in. Okay, I have an idea. I need to look it up because I want to make sure that I pick correctly when it comes to this. Okay. My last character. Oh God. God. Oh no.
What is it?
The thing is that all the ones I have left are part of actual teams. So I'm like having a real struggle.
How do you take them apart from the team? Which one's the best one?
Yeah, no, that's literally where I'm at right now. I think I'm gonna go with. I already have a leader. I need someone that can use the tech. And I think that person is going to have to be arrogant. He's going to have to be the party man. But he also has to be trustworthy. And with that being said, I picked number 4 from Codename Kid Next Door.
How did you know that I was going to pick number 4? Specifically number 4.
That's my 6. That is my roster. I'm gonna write this shit down.
Okay, you have
Did I squander you?
You have forced my hand.
Okay. You about to pick number 1?
I am about to pick Fred Burger. I kid.
No, I think you should keep it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
shit.
5.
I forgot what that series is. Damn it.
What was the other one that I picked, actually? What was the one that I replaced with? Oh, Donald Duck. Got it.
How did I forget the series? Damn it.
I was very close to picking Scrooge McDuck, but then I was like, yeah, he's too old. I need the younger generation, so I went with Donald Duck. Bro, your team has literally no chance against me. I'm sorry to say.
It's not true.
You don't think so? I literally already have a battle strategy in my mind of how I can win. We're playing chess, and I'm 5 steps ahead, baby. You don't even know. You don't even know the plan.
This isn't true.
Mm-hmm. Try me. You got something? I see it in your eyes. Your eyes are sparkling. You're ready to pick. I already know what this episode's going to be called.
Oh my god. I gotta check.
It's going to be called Popularity Contest and the Ultimate, or the Dream Team. Popularity and the Dream Team. That's what this episode is.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it? Now, we're only going to have like 10 minutes to plead our case at the end here. So, we got to determine strategy. Bro, I'm about to pull Sonic and say you're too slow.
Okay. I gotta get an answer.
I'll give you a hint on who I was trying to decide between.
Okay, I got an answer. I got an answer.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
Young Ben Tennyson.
Optimus Prime.
I was thinking about Transformers, but then I thought that might like conflict with the fucking whole comic book thing.
Well, they were toys first, and then they got made into the cartoon.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, no, I was thinking about that's why I went with Iron Giant, because I was scared to pick Optimus Prime. Oh, so you got 2 leaders on your pack.
Got Aang and I got Optimus.
I
needed a big dude.
You do know how big Godzilla is compared to Optimus Prime, right?
I don't care.
Optimus Prime is the size of Godzilla's pinky toe.
This
is Optimus. This is Godzilla. He's probably about 4 times the size.
Doesn't matter. You can do some damage.
Okay, so
I really wish I could pick a Gundam, but that's obviously anime.
So I have a so here's my strategy. All right.
What?
So first off, we got Leonardo's going to be the tactics guy. Leonardo's going to be the main plan of attack. But I'm going to say the overarching theme is the protection of older Ben Tennyson. All right? And here's why.
Why?
Ben 10's first move, he's going to go into Alien X. The problem is that within Alien X, of course, he has to go into the conversation with the 2 minds of the universe to make them agree so that he can do whatever they want. And what he wants is to destroy your team. So for that, we're going to have lines of defense. The last line of defense, of course, is going to be Godzilla, a very stoic creature that only becomes angry when you make it angry. And if your team attacks, I know that Godzilla will go after you. All right? Ahead of that, we got Phineas and Ferb. Now, they're going to be working to build a strategical barrier that will encompass Godzilla and Ben 10. Now, if they can build a roller coaster that goes throughout the city in a singular day, I believe that they can build a barrier that goes around Godzilla and Ben 10 in a singular afternoon. All right. In front of that is going to be number 4. Why number 4? Well, obviously he has to be close to Phineas and Ferb, so if anything goes wrong, they can quickly hobble together some form of weapon to toss over to him in case they make it past my double team tandem up front. The leader of the group, Leonardo, and the adventure man himself, Donald the fucking Duck. All right. Now, there's a reason that I teamed these 2 together. They both have very animalistic instincts, being that they are from a duck and a turtle. Now, if I don't know if you know this, but ducks and geese are very aggressive. So when Donald Duck gets mad, he actually gets stronger. It's like his power level goes up by 500%. Now, with Leonardo, he's going to keep Donald under control because he is the leader. He's going to be the strategist. So if Donald Duck goes berserk, of course, Leonardo will be there to guide him as well as being the background force to make sure that no one gets past him. So those are my layers of defense. It starts from Donald Duck to Leonardo to number 4 to Phineas and Ferb to Godzilla to Ben Tennyson in the middle, which I presume is going to only need about 20 to 25 minutes to convince the 2 fates of the universe that your team needs to be wiped from existence, Thanos style. Try me.
My rebuttal. The team, Danny Phantom, Aang, and Omi will pile up into Optimus Prime. XJ9 will fly, and Generator Rex will go into his motorcycle form. They will head towards the wall.
Wait, start over again. I heard XJ9 and Generator Rex. Is that who's doing this?
No, let me.
Okay, sorry. I zoned out.
Danny Phantom, Aang, and Omi are all piling into Optimus Prime as he's in 18-wheeler form.
Okay, so you're going for the brute force approach. you're going for the one punch wonder.
Generator X is riding in motorcycle form, and XJ9 is flying.
Okay.
They're going full speed towards the wall.
Towards my barrier.
Towards the barrier.
Okay.
J9 will use her rockets to destroy the barrier and break through, letting Optimus Prime and the rest of the team in.
Okay,
let me finish. Okay. That will awaken Godzilla. I know that will start it.
My rebuttal is that's determining that a truck form Optimus Prime will make it past Donald Duck, Leonardo, and number 4. Sure, XJ9 can make a hole in my barrier, but that's determining that Optimus Prime, Aang, and fucking Shang Tsung.
Generator X will defend.
Oh, he'll defend while they're coming through. So you're thinking that my 3 defenses will allow that your one guy to defend while the other ones just pass by?
I think they can at least make it inside the wall before the fight, before they stop them.
Perhaps.
But I believe they can make it inside the wall.
Then you have to face the big boy.
That will startle Godzilla and make him notice us. But Generator Rex will then drive off and use himself as a distraction for Godzilla. And
you don't think the giant red truck will be more of a distraction tactic than a little orange motorcycle?
I think if he's driving around his feet, running over his toes.
I don't know. I feel like Optimus Prime is such a bigger target. It's like a bull seeing red.
Optimus Prime, XJ9, and Omi will go up against.
Well, you also have to think of it this way: if your whole team is just running past my prior defenses, you also have to think that you're not just dealing with Godzilla. Now you have people in front of you and behind you.
That's what I'm saying.
So now you're pinched.
That's I know.
I got layers, bro. I'm like a fucking onion. Why didn't I pick Shrek?
I'm going through this.
Did you write all this down? Is this your battle points?
No, I just have my team down there. Remember who's all on here. But no. XJ9, Optimus, and Omi.
Yeah.
Will go and defend against the other 3.
Okay.
Aang, and Danny Phantom will head towards Ben 10.
Okay.
I presume Aang, once getting damaged a bit, probably slung around by either Godzilla's tail or something, will go into Avatar state.
All right.
Which will piss him off enough to go towards Alien X. And Danny Phantom, being a ghost, can also possess Ben.
Okay.
Causing him to go out of his Omnitrix.
Okay, quick question. Can Danny Phantom possess a universe?
Can possess humans.
Alien X is not a human. He's a universal being that's literally a starfield compressed into a human-esque form. Literally Alien X is 3 minds within one head. Can Danny Phantom possess a universe?
He can prolong that conversation they're trying to have, homie.
Perhaps. The thing is that as soon as Ben introduces the conversation, he has no say-so how long it takes the other 2 beings to discuss it. So if Danny Phantom comes in, Danny Phantom is possessing Ben, not the 2 masks. So anything that Ben says, they're going to completely disregard, and they're going to continue on their way because they see Ben as a lesser being. So they're determining if the people that are trying to hurt them are worse than Ben. The difference is that Ben's not trying to hurt them. So honestly, Danny Phantom possessing Ben is probably speeding up the process for them to decide.
Okay. I hate to admit defeat, but I guess we'll end it there.
Thank you for coming. I'll take my trophy later. Just make sure it's made and signed by. Make sure it's made out to my team so I can present it to them later.
I'll find action figures of each of them, and
I already have them. You don't have to worry about it.
We'll spray paint them gold and put them on a little put on a little stand.
It's like the soccer trophies where it's actually the player like kicking the ball. It's just gonna be all of them like on just a singular like tier list.
Exactly.
No, they're all on top of each other's shoulders. That's the trophy right there. Oh man, I'm so grateful that I won this. I'd like to thank my fans. I'd like to thank my families for the opportunity that they've given me.
All right.
And I would also
Good night,
like to thank our audience for
please remember to tune in
and tuning in on all your favorite podcast platforms every Monday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time and every Wednesday on the MindMesh YouTube channel. Of course, tune back in, listen in. We're going to have some better topics next time. And see you later.
Topics? That was a good topic. That was a great topic. What do you mean?